Welcome back. Trading machines remain silent today as the financial markets across the country remain closed following a two-day holiday declared by the federal government last week to celebrate Easter. There will be only 4 days of trade this week as markets resume tomorrow, Tuesday, April 18th. Last week saw several activities at the markets, especially the Forex segment, where the central bank started offering shorter dated forward currency contracts to meet the demands of manufacturers and end users. Also in the news, Washington, the United States capital, will this week play host to thousands of government officials from over 170 countries, including Nigeria, top officials of the World Bank and International Monetary Funds, civil society groups, as well as participants from the academia and private sectors for the 2017 annual meetings of the IMF and World Bank. The meetings, which will also include a series of seminars, will focus on the global economy, international development, and the world's financial markets. Channels Television's crew will be on ground to bring you daily highlights of the meetings. We've got Bosun Omofaye, Channels Business News Editor, and Runke Raji, Channels Television Senior Correspondent, live from the United States, giving us updates from the spring meetings of the 2017 spring meetings of the IMF World Bank. And barring any last-minute change, the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja runway is expected to be ready for inspection by Nigerian Civil Aviation Authorities today. Now, the Managing Director of Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Saleh Dunoma, says if certified okay by the regulatory authority, the airport will reopen for flight operations on the scheduled date of April the 19th. However, unconfirmed reports say a nighttime rehabilitation is expected to begin on some parts of the long runway and other critical sections of the aerodrome between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. daily for the next 4 months. And meanwhile, indications have emerged that the new terminal at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, will be open for operation in the fourth quarter of the year. The terminal was to have become functional since 2016, but the opening date was postponed twice. The MMIA and the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airports are expected to be certified by the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, by May and December this year. And also, just to remind you, the Central Bank of Nigeria is expected to hold a Treasury bills auction this week, offering about 167.52 billion naira. 36.79 billion naira will be offered in the 91-day bill, 35 billion naira in the 182-day bill, and 95.73 billion naira in the 364-day bill. Listening to Robert Omotunde, head of research at AfroInvest, a couple of minutes ago, he expects investors' appetite to tilt towards the 364-day bill because of their attractiveness. Yield is currently at about 22%, so it's quite good for that segment of the market. And for investors also, there's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze on the bonds market because of this particular auction. Now, last week, the Treasury bills market remained pressured amid tight liquidity condition, with average yield rising by 0.55 points week on week to 18.12%, following sell-off at the short end of the curve. Also this week, expecting a lot of activities around the FX market. The Central Bank of Nigeria will this week raise dollar supply to bureau de change operators from $20,000 to $40,000. Now, Naira funding was done on April 13th and delivery will be Tuesday, April 18th. Now, as I said last week, the Central Bank disbursed $20,000 each to BDC operators in 2 tranches of $10,000. Now, the regulators also planned to open a new window to resume dollar sales on the spot market to clear foreign portfolio investors dividends and other investments. As at Friday, the Naira was quoted at 306 Naira 10 kobo to $1 on the official window and 410 Naira to $1 at the black market. We're still talking about market-related data now. Some of the latest developments in the Nigerian capital market include the demutualization of the stock exchange and the challenge of the forex market as it relates to the repatriation of dividends by foreign investors. Now, Channel's business producer Temple Ashaju over the weekend had a discussion with a stock trader and chief executive of Lit Securities and Investment, Dolapo Ashu. He explains the expectations of the broker-dealer community on the developments.
First of all, they have to get all the stakeholders to understand why we wanted to demutualize, the advantages, and also buy into the process.
Who are the stakeholders?
Stakeholders are basically, first of all, the stockbroking community, the regulator, SEC, you understand, registrars, everybody had to be, but all the stakeholders had to understand, see the benefit there, and agree on the process.
But these are the same players that have been in the market for this long, and they see each other possibly on daily basis. They talk and discuss. Why will it take so long?
No, I'll give an example of SEC. SEC. First of all, no company, no entity in Nigeria has ever been demutualized at all. So first of all, SEC had to come up with a proper guideline, rules, and regulations concerning demutualization. So the regulator had to come out with a rule and a guideline, a framework, you know, for the legal process of demutualization also. We also look at the legal implications of demutualizing. You understand? In Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, only 2 exchanges have been demutualized: the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and Nairobi Stock Exchange. So
but Tanzania is also doing something similar at the moment.
Yes, but I mean, Nigeria has never done it before, so people have to understand the process, understand why it's going to happen, and the advantages to the community. So that takes some time to convince everybody. There are over 200 dealing members in Nigeria. To get 200 people to agree to go a particular way is not easy. It takes time.
So he said it won't take us more than a year to put these things together. What are we likely to be seeing in terms of activities, you know, being put together for this demutualization?
Yeah, first of all, we had an extraordinary general meeting last month where all the dealing members